All right, and we're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to you as you tune into the Siren Speak show with your girl Siren. Hey, y'all! I know it has been a minute, and I know I put this thing up probably like 2 weeks ago, saying I was gonna go live, but it's a lot, y'all. Okay, it's a lot to come over here and to go live. But shout out to y'all for being in the building. Okay, shout out to everyone who come in and give this video a big old fat thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it because your girl has been shadow banned for a little minute, and shout out to those of you who have partook in the shadow banning of your girl Siren. It's just crazy because lately, y'all, so much has been revealed. Okay, so much is being revealed. You guys need to really pay attention to what it is that is going on. So much is being revealed to you. The truth is coming out. The truth is coming out, y'all, and y'all, there's no denying it. If you're not able to get the truth, y'all need to get y'all a consultation so y'all can get the damn truth, okay? Because it's right before us, and last thing we want to see is people fall, when they shouldn't have or didn't have to because they failed to, they failed to take action or they failed to do what needs to be done. There's a lot that's going on. Pay attention to your dreams at this time. Okay. When it comes to your dreams, pay attention to your dreams because your dreams should be very revealing. If you're doing the work, if you're, vibrating to where it is you need to vibrate, then your dreams should be very revealing to you. They should be telling you a lot of things that you probably didn't know, or you probably was like, you was thinking about it, but now you got some sort of confirmation. We also have Mercury, which is in Gemini. Now, for those of you who are a part of my Patreon family, you have gotten or you got the message behind Mercury as it goes into Gemini, along with this new moon as it is in Gemini as well. This is a very critical time to get a consultation for those of you who really want to know what it is that's going up. So go to spiritualcandies.com. You may or may not. Now, my shop is going to be down because y'all know your girl is getting ready to make some major choices and decisions and take some major actions. So I would not be able to, create orders and stuff like that because a lot of my stuff is not available. But what I do have available for the meantime is consultations. And I think this is a very critical time for you guys to get consultations. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. There are some things that are being discussed. There are some things that are being explained. It's not just being discussed, but it is also being explained. Now, as far as myself, y'all, I was like, did I have to know this? Like, I did not want to know what it is that has been shown to me. Y'all, it's a lot that has been shown to me, and you will be surprised of the people who are literally working against you. You guys, you'll be surprised of all of the agents that are in your family, that you work with, that are your friends, that are your coworkers, that are your neighbors, okay, that are just the random mofos you come in contact when you go grocery shopping, y'all. Agents are everywhere. But the thing about it is that they are being exposed. If you're in the know, you will know. Some of you, listen, y'all need to get out of contracts. Some of you were placed in contracts when you were a baby. The reason you can't get ahead financially is because your money is coming. It's just not coming to you. It's like going to your bank account and all your money done been swiped out. You know you done worked and you know that deposit came through. But when you go to use the money, it's like, where did the money go? The money was transferred to another account and that person is using it. A lot of you are more wealthier than what you think and what you know. But because you are failing yourself, and this is just where Siren is just going to call you out. You are failing yourself. You are failing to take accountability. You are failing to step into your power. You are failing yourself. Okay, with focusing on the BS out here in this third dimension, that is a part of your experience, but you also have a spirit that you should not neglect. And I tell people all the time, there's a time for a discount. Okay. One thing I ain't going to discount with, or I don't care for a discount, is when it comes to any type of surgery, whether it's physical or whether it's spiritual. I want the best of the motherfucking best working on me. Okay. I'm not going to, I'm going to go over here and just get this half off, or they cheaper over here. There's a time to look for a discount, and there's a time to put some respect on who you are. You want the best of the best of the best. I don't know who that may be for you, but if you know you got a spiritual practitioner out there, and there are so many out here, if you got a spiritual practitioner out there that keep your frequency on point, then you need to be going to the best of the best of the best, y'all, because it's no longer going to be about the physical stuff that you can do. You guys are going to see the war has never been physical. It has always been spiritual. And we are now about to experience a war that is already here, but it is making its way on it. It's doing its rounds, you guys. You are about to experience a war that only your spirit can win. There is nothing you can have in the physical that will sustain the type of war that we are getting ready to go through. Only your vibration, the only way you will win against this sickness, against this poverty, against all the stuff that is being aimed, you guys, is to work on yourself spiritually, to raise your frequency, to know. Okay, to know who you are. That's the most powerful thing you can do, is know who you are. Not on a physical level, not the mofo that's on your license and your birth certificate. I'm saying who you were before you got into this body. It's like saying when you play a video game, let's say Mario Brothers, because y'all know that's the last time I played games, Mario was out, okay? Let's say you Mario in the video game, and they're asking you, okay, Mario, who are you? And you're like, well, I'm Mario. I'm Super Mario. You're not. What is the version? Who is that on the outside that is playing and manipulating your actions in this realm? And Mario's like, there's nobody manipulating me. There's nobody with a controller telling me what to do. Da, 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 da. No, I'm Mario. It's time for you to know the higher version of yourself. Okay. Financially, you guys, there's a major, attack coming, but that attack is nothing new. It's something that has been going on for a long time. Okay. This is nothing new. All right. We're going to look into the cards, y'all, and we're going to get some messages. All right. And we're going to see what it is that's coming up in regards to finances, because y'all, we just need to know. Look at it. First card pop out, unclaimed money is calling, but you don't even have a phone number. You're not even listed in the phone book. Your phone is off. Your phone number has been disconnected. Whatever it may be, there is money that is calling, y'all. Okay? Unclaimed money out here. It is calling for you. I told y'all, you guys are more wealthier than you're living, and you're settling for less. Okay? You guys are settling for less. Call upon your spirit team for clarity. A lot of y'all trying to figure this world out on your own. A lot of you are trying to, I guess, listen, your spirit team is talking to you in your dreams. Your spirit team is talking to you through synchronizations. Your spirit team is talking to you through movies. Your spirit team is talking to you through music, okay? Some of you have phony coworkers around you. Be careful. I told y'all, these agents are showing up in the form of your coworkers, family members, friends, all these jobs that we're praising to go to, we're praising to clock in because we feel like, oh, okay, I make good money, or, oh, I got a job and things of that nature. That job is a contract. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to know the energy that you're in. A lot of times the forces that work against us will put you in jobs around a whole bunch of phony coworkers. Okay, be careful. They will put you in positions to where people can access you and come in contact with your energy. And these people can also be dropping off things in your energy you don't even know about. When you go home, you're tired, you're drained, you're frustrated, whatever it may be. So some of you have a lot of agents around you via your coworkers, so you need to be careful, okay? They will try to befriend you. They will try to get up in your business, or, try to say hi to you, or even try to sit with you at lunch, honey. That's why when your girl Siren was working for in corporate world, honey, I go eat in my damn car. You ain't finna eat with me. You cannot sit with me. And everybody knew that. I was not to go to lunch with. I don't care to go to lunch with money, y'all. I didn't, y'all. I was not the one. I always by myself. I see you, I pass you, I would say hi to you, I would speak to you, but I just didn't care to engage with people like that. Okay. So yeah, be careful, you guys, with those of you who going to work. Okay. A lot of you need to stop stressing. Okay. There's a good outcome. I think you need to focus on a good outcome. A lot of you be focusing on what if. What I want to tell you is you got to understand your intuition versus your ego. Okay. When it comes to your intuition is going to say it and say it once. It's not going to try to explain it. Your intuition is going to say, don't go that way. That's it. Period. That's all your intuition going to say. But your ego is going to say, well, what if I don't go that way? And then something happened if I go that way? Your ego is always going to give you that what if. It's always going to be like, it's going to give you a full-blown scenario of your intuition is just going to say, don't talk to her. It ain't going to give you it's just going to tell you what you need to know, what you need to do. So if you're overthinking it, especially with Mercury as it goes into Gemini, because Mercury rules Gemini, as Mercury into this is a possibility that you guys may overthink. For those of you who are not vibrating towards your highest frequency, you will find yourself overthinking things. Okay. And this is what you need to do. Stop stressing, y'all. Expect a good outcome. If you're not expecting a good outcome, that means you're expecting a bad outcome, which means you are manifesting a bad outcome. Okay, really and truly just stop stressing. Okay, a lot of you, we have this energy, and when it says fame and fortune, it means you are a star. And when we say a star, we don't mean it's Hollywood type of star. We mean that you are a energy or a frequency that is supported by the balancing of this universe that we all exist in. Okay, meaning you have that these stars that these celebrities have that they pay for and they sacrifice their soul for. You have it naturally. It hasn't been activated. It hasn't, you haven't tuned into it. There are so many things on the outside that is forcing you to tune out of that energy, but you have it naturally. You just got to turn it on. That's why I say you got to be careful and understand the difference between your ego and your intuition, because they're always, in battle over who's going to get you to make the right choice, who's going to get you to make the right move. Okay. So expect a good outcome, you guys. Stop stressing. You guys are stars, okay? You have a natural star energy. You have the ability to manifest, poverty. You have the ability to manifest wealth. It is up to you, right? You just got to make sure that you're tuning into the right frequency. When you want to listen to a certain type of music, you're going to go to that radio station. You're not going to tune into country expecting to see hip hop. Okay, so when it comes to your life, when you want to experience wealth, you got to tune into the right frequency. A lot of you are not tuning into the right frequency. A lot of you are just like expecting something or thinking about something, not really expecting it, but you're thinking about, okay, I want this, or I need this, or I need that. Okay, you thought about it, but now you have to take action towards manifesting it and making it happen. Okay, so it's like you got to make sure that you're tuning into the right frequency. If you want it to experience wealth in your life, then you need to tune into the frequency of wealth. A lot of y'all over here going to the country station expecting to hear hip hop, hoping, just sitting over there on the country station, hoping that they'll play at least one hip hop song. Guess what? That's not going to happen because you're in the wrong frequency. So when it comes to your wealth, you guys, when it comes to your happiness, you're in the wrong frequency. Okay. And a lot of you are taking action. Shout out to those of you who are taking action to get into a higher frequency, or you're doing things to make sure that you tap into the frequency that you want to experience. But just know, whatever it is that you're going through at this time, you guys, it is your own frequency that is driving that outcome. Nobody can manifest this stuff for you if you're not manifesting it for yourself. A lot of you have a major boss move ahead. Like Spirit is saying, it's time for you to level yourself up. It's time for you to move into the next level. You tired of living check to check or dollar to dollar. You tired of getting all these dollars, but you never can experience them in a way that you want to. You tired of having money, but just enough to get by. Listen, this is going to call for a lot of you, because I told you, you're already stars. Okay, you have the star energy. You just have to tune into it, you guys. This is going to cause for a lot of you to sacrifice some ways about you. Some of you, you stepping on your own feet. Okay, how are you stepping in your feet? Because you get stuck in your ways. You get stubborn and you get complacent in your comfort. Oh, I'm just making enough to pay my bills. Well, you know what? You're supposed to have enough to pay your bills, to buy a couple of properties, to travel. You're supposed to have enough to do all of that. Don't get comfortable until you're able to do the things that you know that you desire to do. Because if you desire it, that means your soul is calling for that. Okay, you got to make sure that you are tapping into the right energy. You guys got to make sure that you're ready to make these boss moves. And a lot of these boss moves are going to call for you to have to let go of people. Everybody can't go where it is that you're trying to go. Some of you see things for yourself, but in order for you to get those things or obtain those things, you're going to have to disconnect from some people, from some ways, from some thought processes, from some perspectives, from some beliefs. There's something inside of you that you're going to have to let go because you can't take that to this next level. There's some people around you that you're going to have to let go of because they cannot go over there with you. You keep trying to go over there and you want to be comfortable when you get over there and you feel like, oh, I'm going to be comfortable long as I have this. No. You cannot take that. This next level requires a major sacrifice, okay? And you're going to have to sacrifice your comfort, okay? You're going to have to sacrifice all of that order, okay? And you're going to have to go through that chaos. That chaos is when you call in your own storm and you go to tearing down some you become the tornado. You become that storm that comes through and say, okay, this got to go, this got to go, this got to go, this got to go, that got to go, she got to go, he got to go. Okay, the way I act like this got to go. There's a lot of things about you that you're going to have to change in order for you to make these boss moves. Some of you need to go back to school. Some of you need to get a mentor. Okay, some of you there's some things that you need to, learn. Okay, and when it says go back to school, it doesn't mean all the time that you need to learn something. It could be you need to go back to school to look at some of the belief systems that you have. A lot of you have belief systems that do not support you. It do not support you moving forward. When we go to school, we get programs. Okay, we get programmed with their history. Okay, with their knowledge, with their science, we get programmed with a lot of ways of the third dimension. And that programming disconnects us, or it comes in between our own logic. It comes in between our spiritual energy or our spiritual growth. And a lot of you, maybe you're too into the third dimension. You trying to make it make sense in this third dimension, but that's not the way it goes. A lot of you need to go back to maybe taking some sort of course. Okay, when it comes to spirituality, maybe you guys need to go back to studying chakras and how chakras work and gemstones and, working on your frequency and things of that nature. I put up a lot of courses, you guys, that I said I would do online as opposed to, having to travel and things of that nature. Doing a lot of courses and stuff online where I'm activating and giving you guys knowledge. Okay, really just like the same stuff that you learned in school. There's some things that you need to know energetically. Okay. So a lot of you definitely need to go back towards learning something. Okay. A lot of you, in order for you to make this major boss move, you're going to have to learn some things about yourself. You're going to have to learn what it is that needs to be moved out of the way so that you can make these major boss moves. Okay. Some of you need to learn things about yourself. There's things about you that you don't know that Mercury wants to let you know. There's things about you that maybe on a spiritual level that you're very out of tune with, okay? Because we got unclaimed money calling. This money that you're supposed to have that's just sitting around. Why is it calling? Because it can't reach you. Why it can't reach you? Because your frequency is too low. Some of y'all sitting around here working check to check, and y'all some energetic billionaires, okay? Multi-millionaires, all right? And y'all sitting around here settling for, 40 hours, okay, in a check. All right, so let's keep it moving, y'all. I'm just doing this because I know it's been a minute. Y'all been patiently waiting. I appreciate y'all. Child put this thing up about 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I was getting to it. Y'all listen. Shout out to y'all though. That's why I'm doing this. I'm giving y'all this message. I'm doing this on the house, okay? Because I know y'all been waiting, child. I know y'all been waiting. I can't even say nothing. All right. A lot of you will be coming into a lucky break once you work on your frequency. Okay. Once you go back to school, there's something you need to know, something you need to know about you. And it's like, whatever this is, maybe it's something you need to do, something you need to know. It's going to open a lucky break for you. Okay. Spirit is tired of seeing y'all slaves. Spirit is tired of seeing y'all, check to check, stressing out and all of this stuff. But y'all, this is not, when it comes to spirituality, there's a responsibility that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to me, like, there's no question and doubt as to whether I can purposefully do things to shift my reality, to, change my reality, to, oh, let me go get money, cars, clothes, and big homes and stuff like that. I don't want to build a community of me. You know what I'm saying? I want to build a community of people that are enlightened, people that are empowered. When you walk into a room, you're going to affect more people. If I just do everything for myself and only want it for me, then I have to have the responsibility of affecting so many people. If I can use my gift to activate each and every one of you, then y'all can activate people. Y'all can bless people, So this is why, I'm like, it comes with the responsibility. And I don't want people, especially y'all know I'm very sensitive about my work. And, a lot of people, when they deal with me, they get a lot of lucky breaks. They get a lot of things that start to happen to them. But I want you guys to learn to be responsible with that energy and not look at it as if, okay, I need to go to Siren because I need some more money or I need something good to happen. You need to learn. You also need to take on what it is that is being said to you. You need to grow. You have a responsibility to take that knowledge and to utilize it, okay, moving forward, to take that knowledge that you're getting, because a lot of you know a lot of stuff about yourself through the consultations, but are you taking it in? I don't want you guys to say, well, okay, Siren, you told me this 2 years ago. Well, 2 years ago, you should have been doing shit since 2 years ago. Okay, to make sure that this is what you're working towards, making sure that, okay, I got this knowledge. Now, what am I going to do with it? Don't get the knowledge and just sit on it and hold on it. Because when you get that knowledge, if you get something that okay, this is going to come up 6 months from now, this is going to come up a year from now, this is going to come up 3 months from now, that is your go ticket right there to do everything that you can. You have the opportunity at that point right there to shift. Okay, to shift your reality. You have the opportunity right there to take actions, to take steps towards, okay, so if this is going to happen, okay, what all I can do? Let's not sit around with the information, with the knowledge, and then just be like hoping and just waiting. Okay, well, yeah, that happened. And it's like, so now what? Okay, that happened. You knew that was going to happen a year ago. So now what? It has happened. This is what I'm saying, that you guys have the ability to do these things. You guys have the ability to shift and to create and to change your own destiny. So when you have someone who helps you, okay, you want to make sure that you're helping yourself. You want to make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do to help yourself as well, okay? So a lot of you, there's a lucky break. Spirit wants you to have this lucky break. It wants you to call upon your spirit team, get some sort of clarity, decode your dreams, decode any synchronizations that you're getting at this time. All right. You want to make sure that you are doing your part. Okay, if you wake up every day and you have the responsibility of brushing your teeth because you don't want your breath smelling bad, then do you want your aura bad? When you walk out that door, you need to make sure that you have on your sprays, your oils. You need to make sure that you've used a body wash that is helping your energy to grow, as opposed to when you walk out the door, now you got all these attacks coming at you because energetically you're not ready for it. Okay. You guys, let me see what's coming up next. It says you're becoming a leader in your niche. Okay. So this is a girl, male, boss. It doesn't matter. You guys have the ability to become the leader. A lot of us have to take on the responsibility of becoming a leader. Being a leader is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It's not fun. Okay. It's not fun, but it is a responsibility. And a lot of you have the ability to become a leader. Okay. In your own niche. A lot of you have the ability to become independent. Okay. Either an entrepreneur, or if you are an entrepreneur, whatever your business is, you can become a leader in that field. Or if you are working in the workforce, a lot of you are supposed to be in management roles, but you're too scared, okay? Or either energetically, you're not vibrating towards it. A lot of you, if you're working a job, you're supposed to be a supervisor, a director, somebody in a high position, but your energy is stopping you from getting that position. For those of you who have a business where you have your own business, your energy is stopping you, okay, from being bigger than where you are when it comes to your business. There are things that we all have to work on, you guys. This is for forever work that we're going to have to do until we no longer are able to do it anymore. But for as long as you got the energy in you, you need to be doing all the work you can to make sure your frequency is on point. Okay? Ain't nothing like waiting until you getting in your damn 60s and 70s to be talking about, oh, well, let me learn what a chakra is. You know what I'm saying? Like you have your youth right now. Use your youth to be your power, to assist your power, to help you to grow. All right. Some of you need to update your social media. Now, this can be a very tricky card because when it comes to social media, we're looking at the energy of both Mercury and we're also looking at the energy of Aquarius. Okay. So your communication. A lot of you need to update the things the way you speak about yourself. Okay. Like, for example, when I talk to a lot of people, when I do counseling sessions, they give me, or I hope, or I want to do this. How long have you been wanting to do that? Oh, for the last 5 years. Is it, I'm going to do this now? Do you think that conversation is still supporting you? If that's something you've been saying for the last 5 years, a lot of you need to speak like higher when it comes to what it is that you desire. A lot of you, the way you're speaking, like you're not speaking things into existence. You're going to remain in the energy of want. If the universe hear that you want something, okay, guess what? She wants something. He wants something. So you're going to remain in the energy of want. What you need to do is take it to the next level. Okay. When you're speaking, because a lot of you have the power of oration. A lot of you, if you look in the mirror and you see that you have a mole, okay, a little dot, y'all see, let me see, there's a mole right there. If you have a mole around your mouth anywhere in this area, okay, then you are somebody who you can speak things into existence. You have a very powerful throat chakra. It can be, tuned down by the outside energy, of course, and by other things that are toning down your throat chakra. But this is a simple reminder, you guys, that you are somebody who can speak very powerfully. Your voice can shift, okay, the frequencies when you say something, okay, especially when you like mean what it is that you say. So you guys, updating your social media is something that you guys need to do. Update the way that you speak, update the way that you present yourself. When it comes to your social media, present the best, okay? Present the best version of you. Don't present a mediocre, you know what I'm saying, version of yourself. The way you put yourself out there to people, you guys, you got to put your best version of you out there. A lot of you, this is also saying when you do step out of your house, you want to make sure energetically that you're ready for the best. Okay. When you step out of your house, you want to make sure that you are ready for the best, right? Meaning you have, worked on your aura. You took a shower. Okay. You put your oil on and guess what? You done sprayed your aura and you ready. When you walk out that door, you looking good, you feeling good, and you vibrating good as well. So you want to make sure that you're doing all of that, you guys. Okay. So all of this, y'all, please don't hit that or just leave it. What are y'all doing to make it go off? Okay, tell her to stop. All right. Yes. So, with all of that being said, you guys, okay, there is so much. All right. There is so much that you guys can be experiencing right now. But honestly, I'm going to tell you something. Procrastination, laziness. Okay. You only going to experience what you put into it. All right. Some of you, it's a large sum of unexpected money trying to reach you. A lot of people I see this for is people who, like, you're supposed to be in an executive position, but it's like it can't come. Yeah, everything is about frequency. And this is what I've been telling you guys, that your I don't care what you try to do. If you don't vibrate towards it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you say, I want to be a millionaire, right? You can go out there and you can win $1 million. But if you don't have the mentality or the frequency to sustain, when you have this lucky break, it's like you get into that vibe somehow. That's the lucky break. You ain't do shit to get into that vibe, but you just somehow fell into that frequency, right? And you start feeling it. And you just like, oh shoot, all type of good things happening to me. Money is popping right now. but you're not doing anything to stay in that frequency. This is why I kind of pulled back on my products, because this was the lucky break. A lot of you get in that frequency, you start using the products, and you just really focus mainly on the products to continue to do the work. But I'm like, no, you have to learn how to ride that wave. When you on that wave, you got to study that. You got to pay attention to what you're experiencing and how things are happening. And if that's something that you like, yes, I want to keep this going, then you got to let some things go. You got to get out of your own way. You got to sacrifice a perspective. You got to sacrifice a mentality. You got to sacrifice a belief. You got to let go of things that don't support you staying in that frequency. So a lot of you, a large lump sum of money is trying to find you. But it is your responsibility to make sure that the money can flow to you. You got to be open to receive. A lot of us, we're not open to receive. I tell y'all, one way always was the belief money was the root of all evil. Ooh, child, money is the root of all evil. So why you praying for it? Why you clocking in for 40 plus hours for it? Why you getting up, going to a job? Why are you selling product if money is the root of all evil? So are you saying that you down for evil, or what are we saying right here? Okay. Some of you, listen, you're playing checkers, not chess. Okay. You playing checkers, not chess. This is why the money is not able to find you. The money that you want, the money that you need is not able to find you because the frequency is too low. You might get $500 here. You might even look up on a $5,000 credit card. You know what I'm saying? You might look up on a job paying $20 an hour. You might look up with a check, a steady job and a little check every week or every 2 weeks. But it's way more than that that's trying to find you. Way more than that is trying to find you, that is out here calling your name. A lot of you, like I said, you are the stars of this realm, and you definitely need to make sure that you are working towards getting what it is that's out here. Some of you, you have to find out where the enemy is. A lot of us, we're fighting the physical. That's not where the enemy is. They will never fight you in the physical. They have been fighting you spiritually for a long time, and you haven't swung back yet. Okay. You got to make sure you swing back with that frequency. Okay. Because they're not fighting you. Your real enemy is not going to show you its face. You will not see the face of your real enemy until you vibrate towards it, because they're hiding in the shadows. They're hiding in the spirit realm, and they've been whooping your arse in the spirit realm, and you haven't even been over there yet. You steady over here trying to, put on a nice suit or a nice dress to go to a job interview. You steady trying to impress these mofos that you're working around. You steady trying to make sure that you able to get this or get a good man or some. Listen, you got to put that energy into the spirit realm. That's where you need to fight, because those are the mofos who controlling the mofos that you're seeing. These people that you see are not even people, child. They entities. They're entities. Okay. And you got to know who they work for, who you work for, where you come from, who sent you, there it is. A lot of you, social media influencer. I told y'all, when it comes to this social media, I told you, you got to update. Listen, speak things into existence. A lot of you have a powerful throat chakra. Okay. The reason they keep you silenced, the reason they don't want you on social media, and they put people out there to make it look like, oh, people with lots of numbers are more relevant. No, baby. It's the quiet ones that talk the loudest. The more people you talk to, you will shake this motherfucking world. You will experience earthquakes from just speaking what it is that you have to say. And what they do is they manipulate us with these numbers, where they get these people and, make it look like if you got a blue check or if you got this, you're more relevant. No, it's always the quiet ones that speak the loudest. See, the ones that got all these numbers that talk to the most people, they have zero to say, because the world is still like, how many people have you affected? How many lives have you changed? Okay. You talk to how many people per day? You have how many people watching you? And nothing has, I don't get it. How many testimonies do you have? You guys have a very powerful throat chakra. Stop waiting on these for little ones. Stop waiting on these companies to promote you. Promote your motherfucking self. Okay? Stop waiting on people to put you on a pedestal. Put yourself on the pedestal. Their role is not to put you up there, it's to bring you down. Stop waiting on this environment to uplift you. You need to uplift yourself. Stop waiting on anything to happen. Get out there and do it yourself. Okay? Get out there and make it happen yourself. Don't let numbers on a Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, how many people like, okay, your post. Nobody got to like your post for it to be powerful. Nobody got to watch your video for it to be powerful. I don't care if one person hear what you got to say. Say it. Okay? Say it. We have to stop allowing this third dimensional reality to make us believe certain things. Okay? There is a lot of power in what it is that you have to say. You guys have the ability to influence people. You guys, when you talk to people, or even when you do the work that you do on yourself, people watching you and they see, dang, look at you. Look at how you did this, or look at how you did that. Or, that's your influence right there. See, a lot of these people on social media, they talk to a lot of people, but they influence none. Okay? Or they're influencing them to do the wrong. Okay? Oh, we're going to influence you to go buy a wig. Or we're going to influence you to go buy some makeup. Or we're going to influence you to go buy these new Converse that came out. But nobody is influencing you to tap into your power or your purpose. Okay? All right, so let's see, y'all. Hold on. What we got? We got a limo. Thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birth season. Thank you to you guys. I got a Starbucks, okay, gift cards. I got Amazon, and I got a couple of Cash Apps. Thank y'all. Okay, I was gonna say it on IG, but I really didn't get a chance. Y'all know it is my birth season, so thank you guys. I appreciate it. To everybody who sent me a little Cash App that just said happy birthday, Siren, or happy birth season, Siren. I really truly appreciate it, you guys. If you guys want to send a birth, I just tell y'all, don't send too much, y'all. Just a nice small gesture is greatly appreciated. If you guys are interested in sending a Cash App, you can. Okay, if you guys are interested in donating or supporting Spiritual Candies, you can. You're more than welcome. I don't know how many times I wake up and a lot of you just because, okay, just really send out a just because type of thing. And I just want to come on here and say thank you. You guys showed y'all showed love. Y'all showed up and showed out for my birthday, my birth season, okay? Birthday ain't come just yet, but y'all showed up and showed out for my birth season. And like I say, I appreciate that. So thank you, you guys, all right? If you have it and you want to, y'all know Cash App, y'all know Amazon at, y'all, whatever it is that you want to send, it doesn't matter. I truly appreciate it. Okay. So I wanted y'all to know that. All right. And I will try to get around to sending out the thank you message. Okay. Via IG. All right. So shout out to y'all. I really, truly appreciate that. Y'all really, I was shocked. Okay. I wasn't even expecting that, but I was very much so shocked. All right. So it feels good to be recognized, by people. It really, truly does. Don't nobody like to be ignored or overlooked or, it feels good to be recognized. So, all right, let's get a few more on here. See, supernatural blessings ahead. What are supernatural blessings? Supernatural blessings are things that they happen because you're in alignment with it. Okay. So whatever you're in alignment with, you guys, will start to happen. Y'all already know when you start working on yourself, when you start, working on your frequency, things start to happen in your favor. I know a lot of people who feel stuck. Excuse me. They feel stuck in life, right? And when they start doing their baths and using their products, and it's like, everything starts to happen. It's like, oh my God, everything's starting to happen. Like, you start seeing people respond to you differently, and you start seeing different outcomes to things that you've been working on for so long. This is what supernatural blessings are. And for those of you who are working on yourself, sometimes you just have to really work on your mindset. You got to work on your beliefs. You got to work on your perspective, the way you see things, the way you respond to things. You know, you got to work on a lot of that. All right. This one says start a spiritually based business. So some of you, will want to find out how it is that you can incorporate some sort of spiritual practice when it comes to your business. Now, let's go, for example, if you're somebody who cooks, okay, if you're somebody who cook, then, perhaps you can incorporate, spiritually based practices with your cooking, food for the soul. That's what soul food is. It is food for the soul, which is a spiritually based food, way of serving people food. You can create, perhaps maybe when it comes to food and cooking, maybe some sort of spiritually based recipes. You know what I'm saying? Heart chakra, collard greens. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I would love to eat a bowl of collard greens that's going to activate my heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? So there are ways that you can incorporate spirituality into any business, you guys. When it comes to makeup, this is throat chakra activation with me just wearing blue. Okay. Throat chakra mascara, throat chakra, eyeshadow, throat chakra lipstick, it's just ways that you can include spirituality, inside of any business that you do. Okay. Oh, we have the grass is greener on the other side. Okay. For those of you who, it's almost like once you get into a spiritually based lifestyle, you understand how the grass is greener. Okay. Like once you get out of this third dimensional way of living, you really truly understand that the grass is greener on this side. The grass is greener when you come out of a third dimensional way of living. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. If they sent me a hold on. Okay. So this was a little bit of I wanted to do that reading, you guys, just put out a little message to uplift you guys. Okay. And as appreciation, because I know y'all have been, waiting for a while. So I ain't gonna lie, I put that thing up about 3 weeks ago. Okay, I was like, let me go live. I was getting ready to do Patreon, and I'm like, let me go live. If y'all haven't, y'all need to subscribe to Patreon. Okay, go over there. That way you get more messages from me because, when it comes to the planetary alignment, one of the Patreons is $2.99 a month. The other one, I think, is $25 a month. Listen, that's what y'all need to do. Invest in yourself. You can put $25 to the side each month to invest in your frequency. Over there, I give a lot of things that we can do to, as these planetary alignments happen, I let you guys know, hey, you need to put this under your rug. You need to put this in your room. Y'all need to take this out of your bathroom, put this in your bathroom, put this in your kitchen. And, I'm grateful, for the results that people get when they tune into Patreon and they, gain access to how each month, each moon cycle, how all of these planetary alignments are affecting us. Okay. So we did the let's catch up, okay, part, random chit chat, the Diddy trial. Okay, we need to talk about that, but I'm not going to talk about it too much over here. We're going to talk about it just a little bit because you guys need to know how this is affecting you. We may think that it is so random and it has absolutely nothing to do with us, and it has everything, okay, to do with us. I'm going to go deeper in Patreon. Like I said, if you want to know how this Diddy trial is affecting us on a spiritual level, y'all, they're not speaking they're not speaking English. Okay. You got to know the language that these entities are speaking, and you got to know what's going on. So let me just get just a little light message, y'all. Okay. But for the full message, make sure you join Patreon. That's all I'm gonna say. And don't go over there joining the free one, because on the free one, you just get some pictures and stuff like that, but you really don't get a lot of the live. Well, you don't get any of the live messages. You just get knowledge on a lot of pictures and things of that nature. So, because I had some people like, I joined the Patreon. You heard it. It's called Patreon. If you didn't pay, then you ain't getting the treat. Okay. All right. So we're going to look. I'm just going to give you guys just a little brief. Okay. When we're looking at this Diddy trial. All right. So first of all, this is definitely infecting as well, the entire world. Okay. This is about shifts and changes that are taking place. We do know that there are a shift in roles. Okay, so here we have somebody like Sean Combs. Okay, so his first name means God is gracious, which means he represents a higher frequency. Okay, which is now in jail, which is now in prison. So there is a God energy that has been abusing its power, as we see with the trial, that has been abusing its power, that has now been removed. Okay, from its position, from its throne. So yes, we have a God, and there are names and all of this stuff. But like I said, I'm just going over it really briefly. That has been removed from a position of power, and there are certain, okay, entities, okay, that are being removed from a position of power. This is why we're seeing a lot of changes in this world, and we're going to see a lot of changes, okay, in this world. There's three more people, I feel like, along with him, there's three more people that are going to go down. They have not gone down yet, but there are three more people. When it comes to the airplanes, you guys, falling out of the sky, all of that has everything to do with this. Okay, these are just conversations that are being had, that are being put right before our face, but they're not being very specific or direct with us, because you have to know the language that they're speaking. All right. So when it comes to the airports, you guys, when it comes to traveling, why is it that the airports are falling out of the sky? Okay. I mean, the airplanes are falling out of the sky. It's because the access, they're trying to go out. These are entities that are trying to escape. They're trying to go to different dimensions. And those portals that they used to use are now closed, which means bloop. Okay. They're no longer able to vibrate. Okay. To get through the portals that they once were able to access. So as these falling gods, okay, that once were gods, they abused their power, they now have to fall from grace. We're starting to see things fall from the sky. Okay, so remember, there were a few that actually took place. There was one that took place the other day, I think in San Diego, that fell from the sky. You guys, there's a lot of people falling. Why are these people falling? Because the place that they're in belonged to you. Okay, the destiny that they're in originally belonged to you. This is why it's so hard for you to get to that next level. Don't you think it's quite weird that only so many people make millions and everybody else, they working check to check? No, that is not supposed to be that way. A lot of this is your energy that needs to be restored. And that's why we saw that unclaimed money, because if you don't work on your frequency, the money that is sitting there that no longer is going to these people in power, that were in positions of power, the money that they're no longer getting is supposed to be returned to the original owner. But if you don't vibrate with it, it will just sit. Hopefully to another lifetime. Maybe you'll vibrate towards doing your spiritual work then, and you'll work on your frequency, and you'll be able to be, a millionaire at that time. So that's just a small brief on the Diddy case, you guys, because I want you guys to know you don't have to watch it and keep up with it and things of that nature, but you do need to know that it is very relevant, okay? And you have to understand the relevance of everything that's going on. Anything they put in the news, okay, you want to make sure you pay attention to, all right? Tory Lanez, okay, Tory Lanez was stabbed, you guys, okay, 14 times, okay, 14 times this guy was stabbed inside of the prison. Now, what I want to do is take you guys back to ancient Egypt, you guys. This is what we're witnessing. We're witnessing things over and over again. It's a story that's being told over and over again. And I want to take you back to the energy of Isis, Horus, okay, Set, and Osiris, okay? Remember, Osiris was stabbed where he was cut into 14 pieces, okay? Osiris was a leader. Okay, he was a leader. He was in charge in ancient Egypt. He was the king of the gods. Okay, and he was chopped up into 14 pieces. And, his piece had to put them back together and things of that nature and make the son, who then overturned the brother. And he was stabbed out of jealousy. His brother didn't want him to be in power. His brother was very jealous at the fact that he was the one who was in charge and that he wasn't. So his brother set him up and killed him, and took over that position. He had to get him out of the way in order to take over the position. A lot of you, need to check your connection to your siblings. I'm gonna leave that at that right there. A lot of you need to, although you love them, okay, remember, this is a third dimension, so nothing is what it seems. Nothing is real. Even though in this dimension they're your family, in another dimension or in another lifetime, that could have been your enemy. Okay. And now in this lifetime, they are your sibling because they wanted to be closer to you. They wanted to be right up under you to watch, to pray on you. And you can't trust the mofos either. Okay. So with Tory Lanez being stabbed, y'all, let's get just a little bit, okay, of insight. But like I said, go to Patreon if you want the tea on how this is affecting us, what this means for us. Go to Patreon, you guys, because we discuss all of these topics and you get an understanding of why they're being put before us. Okay. This Tory Lanez situation, you guys, is definitely talking about the battle. Okay. The battle over your inheritance, the battle over your wealth, the battle over your because you're somebody who's been in prison for a long time for something you probably didn't even do. Okay. You're somebody who's been in prison for a long time. You've been working. You have been financially, robbed. Okay. But they have you in this prison. This represents this battle over wealth. Okay. They're fighting over your inheritance. They're fighting over your wealth and you don't even know it. That's why I say the battle is spiritual. Okay. The stuff that we're seeing in the physical right now is giving you a lot of what's going on in the spiritual. That's all they're telling us. And there's all they're doing is portraying right before us. They're presenting it right before us in the form of some sort of, movie or some sort of news story. They use media. This is why you need to update your social media, update how it is that you're receiving these messages, how you're breaking them down and understanding them. But this whole Tory Lanez situation is in regards to a battle over your finances, over your divine inheritance and over your wealth, and you thinking it's just a story about a boy who got stabbed. You never meet him, you don't even know him, when really this is a story about you. Okay, it is a story about you. All right. We're looking at the Cowboy Carter tour. Now with the Cowboy Carter tour, I noticed Beyonce, y'all please get for the beehives. Okay, beehives, y'all send this woman some cash apps. Okay, start up a GoFundMe. Get this woman and her kids off that stage. This woman is tired. The heels are thicker and shorter. Listen, get this woman off that stage. It is the abuse of the divine feminine and the inner child that we are witnessing with this woman going on tour like this repeatedly. The overworking of the divine feminine and the inner child. Okay. She has been bringing out all her kids. Okay, but it's so she could keep some of that money. It makes a lot of sense if you put them kids on stage because you got to pay them dancers. So now her kids making money. Every time that little baby go out there and sit up there and look, hey y'all too, I love you. Yes, you're irreplaceable. That baby be singing and just going on. Listen, I love it, right? But every time she go out there, she making more money than y'all. Okay, just by sitting out there on her mama lap and waving at everybody every chance she get, and making more money than y'all. Y'all got to see something wrong with that. Okay, y'all gotta understand it's not fair, right? It's not fair. So, when it comes to this Cowboy Carter tour, there's a lot of portals that are being opening up during this tour. Okay, and that's what we need to know. One thing you also need to know is when you go to an arena, whenever you go to an arena, that is a energy spiritually where they go to harvest energy. Another place that they go to harvest energy is hospitals. Okay. If you notice people go to the hospital, they die there. Okay. It is really a 50-50 chance. I don't care if you go to the hospital because your pinky broke, okay? There's a 50-50 chance that you're going to get up out of there. Every time you go to the hospital, trust me, there's more than enough entities around the hospital environment that can absorb and that can drain, okay, your energy. Why is that? Because honestly, I can't say that. I can't say that over here, y'all. I got to leave that for a seminar, okay? I'll leave that for a seminar because over here, you know how they do you, girl, okay? When you speak too much and when you activate people too much, it's like Siren, see you going, we said you could do a little bit, but you out there doing too much. You team too much, okay? So let's look at the message of the Cowboy Carter tour, okay? To me, you guys, when it comes to this tour, I'm going to show y'all something. Okay. See, because I think y'all be thinking Siren be capping sometimes. Y'all think Siren just be saying stuff like, Siren, that don't make sense. Like, you just really going overboard with the stuff that you say. When I tell y'all they be opening portals, y'all got to listen to me. Okay. These be portals. Okay. And when you are in that portal, when they open that portal and your ass is in there screaming, Beyonce, Beyonce. Listen, I don't go to no concerts. I don't have time for concerts. Okay. Let me show y'all the setup of this damn concert. Okay. And this is not made up. This is an actual picture. What the does this look like? This is the stage setup, y'all. Okay, y'all see that? Don't that look like some damn eyes, like a demon looking at y'all? An entity, don't that look like some eyes and a nose? And some glasses, looking through glasses, which glasses are what? The portals, looking at the people, absorbing the energy. Them people in there crying, don't know, oh my God. Oh my God. Why? Because your ass is being robbed right now energetically, okay? Y'all don't believe the hype, honey. Now listen. I ain't saying Beyonce doing it, but I'm saying maybe the people behind the concert, just so y'all know, here is another one. Okay, look at this, y'all. Where's this lady taking you into? Look at the portal. Look at the triangle. Oh, let me come over. Look at the triangle. Where is she taking you into? What is this portal? She's dragging you. She's pulling your energy. And what part of the body is this, you guys? The eyes. This is the third eye up in here. She's activating your third eye, okay? Influencing you. And I don't know if it's her. Like I said, Beyonce may just be up there singing. It may be innocent when it comes to her, but we know the people behind the concert, you know, they know what's going on. Okay. And this is a direct energy to harvest. Okay. Enough energy so that they can open portals and so that they can pull in energies. Okay. They can't do it when they chant by themselves. So what they do is they throw concerts. Okay. So that they can pull in other people's energy and get everybody else. And then the next thing you know, what they want, you know, they can stay wealthy and they can stay, you know, opening and activating portals, you know, that probably shouldn't even be open. Okay. So yeah, when it comes to this whole Cowboy Carter tour, you guys, you know, this, you know, like I said, I don't know if Beyonce has anything to do with that. I'm talking about the concert throwers. I'm talking about the people who throw these concerts, the bigger companies, not Rock Nation, but it was another one. I can't think of the name of it. These companies here, they know what they're doing. They know how to harvest energy. There are portals throughout this world. There's portals in the ocean. There's portals in the pool. Okay. Why do you think that they put and incorporate little pools? Okay. Y'all pay attention to stuff and get the details on stuff. Like I said, we have to learn how to live in both a physical and a spiritual manner. You have to know how to speak the code. You got to know how to understand the code, how to speak the language, and all of that stuff that is being put right before you. Okay. You really have to truly understand. Okay. Really and truly understand. All right. So I know one thing. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at who was this? Lizzo. Lizzo is coming out, honey. She's doing her thing. Lizzo was out there losing that weight and stuff like that. Yeah, look, it is what it is. But anywho, so let me get a closeout message, y'all. Let's get another closeout message. Like I said, I appreciate you guys waiting. And then, you know, like I said, for those of you who sent your girl some love, you know, for my birthday, thank you. I was just like really touched. Okay. I was really truly, who's in here? Hey, Crystal. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Hey, Adrian. Hello. Hey, Stacy. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Yes, let's get these closeout messages. And to all of you who are part of the Patreon family, y'all, it's a video going to be going up tonight. So we have, I think, 2 videos going up tonight. We're going to be talking about the new moon in Gemini. Okay. Also, we're getting messages about, let me see, what was it? Saturn. What did I do with it? Saturn entering Aries. Oh, child. That's going to be tough for a lot of us, but it's going to be good. Okay. Also, Mercury entering Gemini. and then the new moon in Gemini. So we're going to be getting messages on all of those. Okay, planetary actions. We're also going to be discussing love, love, love. So for those of you who are a part of the Love is Love tier of Patreon, yes, we're going to be getting messages on relationships and things of that nature. I don't know if you guys saw the movie, what is it called? Sinners. I actually saw it finally. Okay, so I'm just going to do a small, brief review. If you don't want to get the tea, then, just don't listen at this point, y'all. Okay, I went to see the movie Sinners, and the movie was very interesting. It's funny that we actually have Mercury going into Gemini, and we have a new moon in Gemini. And the movie Sinners was talking about twins. The twins represent Gemini. Okay, it represents that energy of duality. It represents you are God and you are the devil. Okay, period, point blank. What you need to do is know what's what energy is what energy. Okay, what energy do you ride with, what energy do you balance? So here we have this movie about these two brothers, and remember in the beginning of the movie they had to go two separate paths. So it's about the separation of the twins. That's how you're able to conquer them. That's how you're able to kill the twins. When long as those two were together, they were alive and they were well. But what happened was they created a situation where they had to separate. They had to go two totally different ways. So that represented the separation of the twin energy within each and every one of us. Once that energy is separated, one of them was a feminine energy and the other was a masculine energy. One was more into life and morals and happiness and, just general life. And the other one was more into money, wealth. He was into the whole materialistic type of environment. Even though they both were working, one of them, he just believed in more of a 3D way of living and existing. And the other one was more spiritual because he was the one who carried the mojo bag. He had the mojo bag around his neck. And one of them dated a Caucasian woman, or he was trying to get rid of her. He was trying to remove himself from that connection, but he should have did a black walnut bath. Y'all know old Sarah was sitting. He should have did a black walnut bath, honey. He should have did a black walnut bath, baby. That's how he would have got rid of her arse, because she did not want to go away. She wanted him bad, okay? She wanted him bad. Like, she just would not leave him alone. And I believe he did care about her and he did love her, but, something on the inside, I think it was the protection of his brother that was keeping him. Because when they got his brother away from him, that woman was able to get his ass, okay? She was able to get him. And, the other brother, who was more the divine feminine type of energy, you see one had on red and one had on blue. Okay, so they were representing the twin flame energy, the masculine and the feminine, the blue and the red, okay? The spirit and the physical body. So the other brother, he was into this beautiful melanated woman who she was what they would call a hoodoo priestess, or, a root worker or things of that nature. And, he was in love with her. But again, there was something different about their lifestyles where they couldn't really be together. Then they had a baby together that had passed on. And he's like, if your hoodoo or your stuff works so good, if you can heal all these people, why did our baby pass on? So it looks like their baby may have passed on during birth or maybe shortly after the birth or whatever. And, but she was very wise about it because that baby was now her ancestor. And this is what we have to understand in life, because he didn't understand the passing of that baby. See, that baby was the portal they were going to need on the other side. Okay. You need that energy on the other side. If you're not on the other side, you need to have somebody on the other side. Okay. You can be in the physical and in the other world as well. Some of us, we have that power to where we can be in both the physical as well as the underworld. Okay. When you have that type of gift right there, they're going to come for you. You're going to have a lot of attacks in life. You may think, oh, why me? Why me? That's why, because of who you are. You're very powerful, and they don't want you activating those things. But, again, in this movie, here we have these agents, okay, these vampire type energies that were getting into people, okay? They were accessing them. And this is why I tell you guys, it's all over the place. I've been telling y'all that for a very long time. You have to be very careful, okay, with who it is that you surround yourself with. So now one of the brothers who was engaged with the white woman, with the Caucasian woman, she ended up getting bit by the vampire. And now she comes back and bites the brother. So now his own brother is no longer an energy that he can vibrate towards, but the brother couldn't get him because he had on that mojo bag. That woman had protected him. And And a lot of people was like, well, why didn't she carry one on her? Because she ended up getting, bit. And she told him, if they bite me, I want you to take me out before the vampirism kicks in. And that's what he did. So when they bit her, he killed her. You know what I'm saying? And he stabbed her. And they didn't want him to do that because they was like, oh, damn, we done lost another one. But anywho, he stabbed her before she can transition into a vampire. And she ended up going to the other side with that baby. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew that, she was going to live on. She was like, I know we got an ancestor over there. We already got somebody over there waiting on us. So the whole moral to this movie, you guys, is really about the separation of the divine energy, the twin flame energy. It is your masculine and your feminine. When you are a woman in this world and you seek a man, first things first, we should experience a man. We shouldn't seek a man. We should experience a man, because any relationship or engagement you have with the opposite sex is just going to let you know what your other energy is like. So if you're a man and you're engaging with a woman, it lets you know where your divine feminine is. If you are with a woman who is very materialistic, then you know she's vibrating low. You need to work on your divine feminine energy. If you're with a woman who's very spiritual, maybe she's vibrating low as well because she's not into her physical. She's more into spiritual and things of that nature. So you will find a woman who's very balanced. Okay. When you find a woman who's very balanced, then you know your divine feminine energy is in a good status. But when you are a feminine and you're seeking a man, okay, you should be paying attention and experiencing, okay, that man, and he will let you know where it is that your divine masculine is at. That way you're always in connection and you don't feel, left out. You don't feel single and things of that nature. Okay. So when you feel single, you feel disconnected from the masculine because perhaps you may be disconnected from your own masculine energy. All right. We'll go deeper into that when we get over to Patreon under Love is Love. We'll go deeper into connections and things of that nature. So I saw the movie. Am I the type of person to be like, oh, I got to go see it again? No, I'll wait for it to come on Netflix or somewhere, wherever the hell it's going to come on. I'll wait for it to come on there and, pay attention to it again. It was very much so hyped up. It was just a good movie. It was really just a cool movie. People hyped it up, but I feel like people needed to see that because these entities cannot come unless you invite them. And you can invite them by saying, yes, come in verbally, or you can invite them by having a low frequency. Okay. If your frequency is low, these entities are able now to attach themselves to you because your guard is down. When your guard is down, when your gate is open, that means come in. You don't have to say come in. They're like, hell, the gate was open or the door was open. You don't have to say, hey, come on in. They already can access you. Okay. When your defense is down, you're saying, hey, I'm not going to, put up a wall for you not to get over here. I'm going to make it easy for you to come on. So just come on in. And that's similar to having that welcome mat, at your door. You're just letting people, hey, come on in. Come on in. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come on in. Yes, I'm open. So you guys have to make sure that you are, balancing out your energy, that you are working on yourself, so that you don't have to deal with a lot of these outside forces that are coming against you. They're just not letting you know. Okay. They are not letting you know. Some of them are affecting your health, your finances, your love life, your courage, okay, your confidence. Chat, they all over the place. All right. Let's get this closeout message. Right now, y'all, listen. This is going to require a major change, okay? You guys are coming up again as the stars. You guys are very powerful beings, and I always see this in you. And when I read you guys' consultation, it's like I always see the highest version of y'all, okay? But it's going to require the truth. There are some things that you got to cut out. A lot of you, there are some things that have been hidden from you that you need to know, okay? And a lot of this has something to do with your family. Okay. A lot of this has something to do with where it is that you live. A lot of you need to move. Okay. A lot of you need to work on this Mercury energy to move. A lot of you is where you live that is affecting you. You no longer vibrate to that anymore. There's a major shift. There's something you need to know though. It's kind of like there's a missing piece to the puzzle. Okay. There's something you need to know. And Mercury is entering Gemini. Okay. As a collective, we're going to discuss what this is in Patreon. Okay. So y'all check out the Patreon that's going to be uploaded today. We're going to be discussing what it is. Okay. Because there's something you need to know as a collective, and there's something we need to know individually. Okay. So if you want your individual message, I would strongly suggest that you go and get you maybe a one question reading or get you a full consultation. Or you can get the life path consultation. That is a full blown, thorough, yo, it's a whole other level type of message. Okay. A lot of people not ready for that one. But if you feel like you are, it's there. But I would strongly recommend that, you guys probably do some one question consultations, like maybe every other week or something, because there are some things that you guys you need to know. There's so much that's being hidden, okay, from us at this time. Things that if we just knew this, it would shift and it would change our whole life, our whole perspective. Some of you, there's something you need to do. Some of you, it could be like a fast. It can be like maybe working out. There's something you need to incorporate in your life, or there's something you need to take out. Okay. A lot of you need to understand about how to eat according to your blood type. I'm going to be doing a seminar on that as well this Sunday, I believe it's going to be. Get in it. That's one of the, whoa. Okay. We're going to be discussing this type of exercise you need to do for your blood type, the type of alcohol you need to drink for your blood type, the type of food you need to eat for your blood type, the type of relationships, okay? Because when you merge, if you're a certain blood type and your baby daddy or baby mama is a certain blood type, you know what I'm saying? That's like a dinosaur trying to have a baby with a cat. It could be like that if you don't know. So, if you just imagine a dinosaur out there trying to get it on with some cats, you're like, what? You know how stupid that'll look to that? Like, what is happening here? And that's how we look. We look like this big ignorant dinosaur and thinking we could get it on with a cat because we're ignorant. We don't know, like we don't see it because there's a veil over us making us look extra stupid, So a lot of you, this is something that you definitely need to know. I'm only going to have so many slots in this, you guys. Okay. So definitely make sure that you get a slot. Since I mentioned it, I wasn't going to mention it till Wednesday, but I feel like this probably will give you guys a little more time to get in. I'm going to put them up today. Okay, I'm going to put up the slots today, maybe about 6 or 7, because like I said, I'm going to have to individually go through the blood types and, give you guys a lot of information and more thorough information. Okay, like I said, some of you, when it comes to even the way you work out, there's certain workouts for your blood type. Okay. Also, when it comes to your blood types, there are certain type of homes that you're supposed to live in. There's certain type of careers that you're supposed to have according to your blood type. This is why a lot of us hate our job, because we're in the wrong field. We're in the wrong energy. So, yeah, we're going to do the blood type this Sunday, you guys. So make sure you go and get you a slot. I'm going to upload them today and start posting it today. So you guys will see it over on IG and things of that nature. And there's just, like I said, there's a lot of information with Mercury and Gemini. There's a lot of information that you need to know. Spirit is about to be releasing a lot of information. It's just how available are you to receive it? Decode your dreams during this time. Pay attention to the synchronizations that you're getting during this time. Pay attention to any movies that you're watching during this time, because messages are even in movies. Okay. Pay attention to your thoughts. Remember, keep your thoughts on what it is you want. Do not focus on what you don't want. Okay. Continue to focus on what you want and what you can do to make that happen. Don't focus on, oh, how can I do that? Or what I need to do is this. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. That's the type of information or conversation you need to be having with yourself. All right. So that is it, you guys. Like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay. I really, truly respect you guys. If you haven't, go over to Patreon and join. It doesn't matter. Either love is love or becoming goddess or both. Majority of you have already joined both. Okay. But that'll be the best. What, $30 at the most? I think $27 you'll invest in your life each month, you guys. There's a lot of knowledge that you need to know that you're not getting if you're not a part of the Patreon family. So I'm going to suggest that you guys go over there, sign up for Patreon, and then sign up for this seminar that we're going to be having on Sunday. If you are not able to make it in the live seminar, I will be able to send you out a link to the Zoom so that you can watch it afterwards. But you definitely want to get a slot, okay, in this class. And I will see you guys soon. Peace out, y'all.